That's a very weird place to wake up at, but hi, hello, welcome. So I've been busy with life, that's why I haven't been uploading constantly, but let's just ignore that. So why am I here? Why am I talk? What did I find this time? Why was I in the classroom? Why did I look into a ranger? I found a fan fiction. It's a crossover between Fallout New Vegas and Blue Archive. Yes, I got into Blue Archive. Look, I got bored. Wanted to find more lore. I already been through the Ghost Frontline lore too many times. I need to go somewhere else, and I chose Blue Archive. It seemed interesting. So, what's so good about this fan fiction? I believe that it is a good fan fiction because the author who did it respects both series well. In the Blue Archive, and one being Blue Archive, one being Vegas, mixes it well. And of course, since or Courier 6 has a gun. That's only because of one certain chapter. Actually, says now. Spoiling the first volume, chapters 1 and 2, along with the intro of Blue Archive. So, play the game if you want to, or go find the lore video. And there's a very good one out there from a VTuber. Very, very good. I have to watch it. I keep watching it. I keep watching the hours, but because she's very entertaining. Now, so I would start off with saying how both of them are interact well together. Well, I'm going to, of course, say how Courier 6 got there in the first place. So Courier 6 we Courier 6 was exploring the Mojave, but going back to the strip from the Big Empty, and across the student council president. Trying to help her, got knocked out, woke up in Kivotos. That's all I'm going to put that very quickly out there, just so it's simple, straightforward. I don't have to talk about it for a good while now. So, since that's out the way, why is this important? Why is this odd? Why is it strange? Oh, no, it's not strange. Why is it odd? What's odd to me is that... Or it's not odd to me. Well, really not gonna bother me. What's fascinating to me is that how... When 36 got there, and when he's talking... And as soon as he got there and talked with the rent, she spoke in Japanese. He had to go swap his... It translated that was implemented to the lobotomites so he can speak Japanese and understand Japanese, which I didn't know that was possible in the game. I'm guessing, but I bet he does know the lore of the game. So hey, he likes lore. But also, when after that was done, when Rin used her phone for the first time, he did Curious to know what that was and asked about it. She gave him an answer.
But I'm afraid the rest of the work in my queue pertains to matters
can't,
I'll have
you
to deal
can't,
with.
the Curious
I've
isn't
received a
always going to
message
be
from
perfect and
Colonel
know
Laura
what
at
everything
Blue Haven.
is.
She's
Hey, that's
You're not
pretty cool.
officially in the employ of the
So,
NCR, so there's nothing forcing you to go.
all
The
of that,
Colonel
as soon as, all of that, when he meets when he goes to, goes to retake Shaolang, we meet some of the students like Yuko. He, and they, in his first ever gunfight, he shoves Yuka into cover. Seconds later, Yuka comes out of cover and starts getting shot at, and he's like, oh, what magic sorcery is this? Which I find very funny, and they're entertaining, and very cool. Because this makes sense. Courier 6 knows that people running into gunfire is a good way to get killed. The students of Kivotos knows they can take gunshot wound. They can take the gunfire. So hey, that's great. So also about this chapter, see what else about this kind of seems cool. The Courier is from an independent yes man in New Vegas. Why is this important? Well, he gets the Shachim chest, talks to Arona, which she goes into the tablet itself, like in the anime. He's in a Vault 21. He's in Vault 21 suit. You wake up when you wake up from Doc Mitchell's house. But without him waking up but within that, when he comes out, he makes it do he kind of barters with Rio and gets the and you know how the actors to veto and accept student stuff from the student council that they want to get passed on to other academies. He knows how to run the city. No, let's just skip over to no, let's just skip over to Arius. No, not Arius. Ooh, sorry, Arius. Abydos. What's so? How did they integrate well? Well, in the base game, Sensei, when trying to get to Abydos, passes out. Sensei, since he, while walking the wasteland, which is ironic, which is perfect timing with the gameplay currently, he's been in the desert. He knows how to survive. He knows how to walk. Along with the implants, he's probably very much, oh, will be fine. As I should say, as well. These things are also impressed that he has a whole entire arsenal on his back, so it's kind of confusing. And kind of like, scary as well. Other than that, well, in the first everything we runs into Shideko. So, and that was kind of like, oh, okay. He's not going off the script that much. He also brings in Anthem, which is think hand-loaded rounds, if I'm correct on the game mechanic. Which would make sense he's still able to do that since the bullet casings are still like bullet casings, not magic. They don't vanish into thin air from the shot. So he goes to when he arrives with ammo. The first thing that they notice when they start using the ammo when it's the first like Helmet Gang attacks them when Courier 6 is there, or Courier Sensei, or 6 Sensei, depends on what he's called by the students, is that it's more powerful rounds. Well, he also did his homework, so along with that, he's along with during attacking Charlotte, he's up front. He's in the fight with them, and during the action with Abydos, he's acting as a sniper for him. Now, as soon as the fight's done, he gets information from him and goes off using terrifying presence, which is very, very fun. Which is very, very funny, and the students are all in the Abydos there shocked. All of that, he does start. All that he somewhat takes Shiriko under his wing because they kind of have the same mindset of Shiriko from the fanfiction. She's basically well, I don't know if I forget. When they're walking to the school, they're talking about lock picking, all that stuff, and heist. After that, since they told her to collect casings, ammo, and take some of their money, but she leaves the essentials. Somewhat what Sensei did as well. But with Kurt, but he kept saying this because he also taught them handler rounds and all that. Handler how to make handler rounds. I believe it's not really said there, but he does help the students. He does help the students one way or another. Let's go. Well, skip a bit more. So here's another thing. Now, again, like I said, the students know about the halos and know that they can take a hit. So when Shirika gets hit by her, gets smacked in the head and gets knocked out, Sensei goes to help her. He also gets smacked. He also gets hit by the mortar shell. And when they're safe and when Sensei uses Med X and Stimpack on Shirika, she wakes up. She knows that he's bleeding. He says he's fine. It's fine. She's worried sick. Out of combat, they know. Ayane finds out that he's bleeding. He's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" He's like, "Hey, it's fine." Pulls up, and he's already healed because of an implant. But it's a cool thing to see that you have to pay attention to that detail of he's a Haloist person in a world full of Halos, where he knows where along with this, where he finds out where he notices this during the bank robbery, during a bank robbery with the Mass Mizuki's gang. That they're now targeting him because he has a Halo. Normally, if he didn't have a Halo, they wouldn't target him that much. And he notices that that's a weakness that they see. That he notices that's a weakness. Now, we should move with the favorite, funniest group of them all, Problem Solver 68. Are they still in the story? Yes. and he calls himself Dexter Red. Everyone kind of literally says, "Hey, shouldn't you tell yourself the Ranger?" He's like, "No, Dexter Red, because that's an outlaw." But he calls himself Dexter Red to get information out of him. As soon as he does, and as soon as Turner Arbidos, they get that information, bites him in the butt, and they're technically they got ambushed because of the information that Aru gave to the Courier. Now, what about Shifumi and Hina? Hina, I believe, was the first conversation after when he was helping Professor Street go back. There was no head back to the annex where there was no attack on him because he technically isn't defenseless. He has a weapon on him. He has multiple weapons on him. But he talked with, but there's a civil conversation with Hina.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your
That,
host,
so
Mr.
Shifumi, they're looking for information from Black Mark because he suggested to play the long game and get dirt on Kaiser.
You know what that means, folks.
Shifumi shows up. He literally terrorizes two of them, or three of the guys who are trying to kidnap her, and uses terrifying presence on them to make them scatter. As soon as they're unparalyzed, he just bolts off.
Asking for donations.
And Shifumi thanks them.
We're sorry for you.
Now for the assault. Now for Wakamo.
Top's hotel owner Benny has been killed by
This has a relationship with Wakamo because they're both Wakamo respects Sunset.
I've heard that elite
If I know
units
my
are-
pal Benny,
Now,
he's swinging with the big
now
cat
what about
upstairs as we
now?
speak.
Since they're
Or he's
respecting
chasing some
each
Asian
other,
broad with
they don't have to
cancer
try and murder. They don't.
Well, that's all
She's
I
arrested.
got
She
for you.
basically scurries off.
This is Mr.
But
New
who?
Vegas wishing
But
you
Good, you made it. I've been
after
receiving
battle,
reports
after
about the
the
savior
assault
of
on
the
Kaiser's
NCR for a
base
while
in the
now
desert,
and wanted to meet you myself.
Wakamo
You've proven yourself
basically
especially capable.
specifically told to
And right
target
now, I can
Kaiser's
use
everything
Crocker
that
gets handed
Kaiser
the fluff
to get
missions
money
that no one
off of.
else wants to do. When
Since
people
they
need
couldn't
something
do it
really important
by
done,
himself because he's
usually I
a
dispatch
teacher
one or
now.
more rangers to see these
But
things through. But I'm a
technically,
little short.
a troublemaker
Since the
like
majority
Wakamo
of my
can
men
do
are on
it for
assignment
him.
dealing with... Make no mistake, there's a battle
Now,
coming, and
how
I...
about Kaiser
on
and
such loose
that
end as a
whole time
game
mess?
knows-
Did they get Hoshino? No. Did they talk with Hoshino?
Good.
She didn't
That
go.
angle's
She was
something I
she was
can
gonna
use. And I think you may...
make me go. There's
The NCR has a
and
rather
basically said,
sordid
"Oh,
history.
okay."
That
And didn't
is,
go
unless
for
we get to them first. I
so.
want you to visit them in their canyons to the
Did
far
that.
west.
So,
They're just another
with
gang
that
of
being
raiders
said,
as far as I'm concerned.
there's an assault on the compound in the desert, where he rebuilt Eddie
Don't fool yourself.
and made his own
I've
power
dealt with
armor set. Well, that
Good.
power armor is integrated with the
Dismissed.
Shatim's chest shielding, which again is a cool reference. Is a cool intertwining of both Wasteland tech and Kivotos tech, really Kivotos mystic or magic tech. I also want to talk about something that pretty happens on after the fight. They put Serena in Eddie, tells him to stay far away, and goes towards Kaiser, who helicopter crashed. Now he was right about to kill Kaiser, holding Benny, an axe in his hand. When the students ran up, it's solid. Now couldn't tell, but I feel like since Unknown Six knows the lore of both Kivotos and Thought, that Hoshino knew what he's going to go do, knew what he's doing, and stayed silent. But her eyes saw everything. Students like Sensei couldn't say anything else. So she was slowly walking up towards him. He showed the man mercy, told him to scurry off. He did yell something back when he's far enough away, but then again, Shosho made him do a little dance, shot him, made him do a dance, and he kept running. But but I want to see more of this. I hope it doesn't end. I know 6. If you're watching this, don't stop. Keep writing, please. And to anyone else watching this, if you haven't read the fan fiction or just someone shared it with you, read it. It's a good fan fiction. Links are in the description down below. It's amazing fan fiction. Unknown Six did a wonderful job at it. I hope he keeps going. I hope he keeps writing it because this is the only time I'm actually doing it is because that fan fiction made me record this video, and I am happy to say I'm happy to record it. And you know what? I give it. I don't have a rating system, but for right now, it's just due to it being a work in progress. It's a Max Brooks getting kicked out of all the casinos in Kivotos and the Strip out of 10.
When refugees
Have a good day.